Successful people learn how to make their mind work for them. I'm David Nagel, and this is the Successful Mind Podcast.
Opportunity knocks on the door of chaos. We've been talking a lot about doors, opportunities, great things headed your way, no question about it. Let's talk a little bit about opportunity, this stuff that is headed our way, the great opportunities that are headed our way, and a little bit more about leadership. I heard somebody one time say that one of the reasons for money is that we can extend our service beyond our physical presence, which I think is a great thing. One of the purposes and the reasons for money is that it allows us to extend our service beyond our physical presence. It also allows us to take advantage of both chaos in the form of chaotic situations and a sort of peace, a sort of calm that comes into our life that allows us to establish a pattern for growth. Now, why we don't want that all the time, but we want it. We want to be able to have enough calm in our life so that we can think, we can plan, we can create systems and structures so that we absolutely can move forward. And this is the job of the leader. This is the job of the leader. Leadership is born in chaos, not in calm. You might want to write that down. Leadership is born in chaos, not calm. Great leaders and great leadership is both determined and developed within a chaotic time. And if we think about it from the perspective of this, when we ask the universe for something, think about the things that you ask the universe for. Opportunity, money, people, situations, circumstances, sales, all different kinds of things to help propel and move your business and your life forward. When we do this, now think about this, when we do this, we're also asking for chaos to show up in our life. That's a doozy, because if you don't understand that you're asking for chaos to show up, if you don't understand that, you'll have a tendency to want to run away from it or not accept it when and as it does, because it's going to show up. And we're actually bringing it in to our life. There is a very healthy dose of chaos within the universe. And I think that part of the thing that's fascinating about this is that all the information, all the knowledge is already here, but it's in a chaotic state. It only enters an organized state when it begins to pass through the structure of DNA. In other words, whatever structure form it's passing through is designed to structure it to be birthed into something. And that's when we end up with a structure. That's when we end up with a plan. That's when we end up with a form. Even in our mind, when we're, if we close our eyes and we sit there and we think about what do I want to create? I get really focused on the thing that I want to create. And as I do that, I am creating calm and significance out of chaos. A leader has the ability to recognize chaos and develop a plan of action in order to break through the unnatural state, so to speak, that keeps most people stuck. It also keeps people in a state of losing. It's a perpetual spinning of loss. The leader has the ability to recognize, see it, create a plan, and then move through it and come out on the other side with some kind of a victory. Order out of chaos. Great leadership is determined during a chaotic time. The chaos of the time creates the conqueror. The chaos of the time creates the conqueror. Now, if opportunity knocks on the door of chaos, how do we know what voice we're actually listening to in our mind? Is it opposition or opportunity? Is the voice that we're hearing in our mind, that we're seeing in our mind, is it opposition or is it opportunity? We so very much want to follow the opportunity and not get stuck in the opposition. But we need the opposition to create the character, to build the leadership, to do something that's beautiful, that's wonderful, that's magnificent in the journey of creating the ultimate vision that we want to have for our life. If opportunity is knocking on the door of chaos, it's fulfilling what? An unmet need. It's fulfilling an unmet need. The chaos of the time creates the conqueror. Now let's think here. Opposition or opportunity? Opposition or opportunity? When the door opens, what do we recognize? What are we seeing? Our mind is in the moment of perception. I'm seeing something, I'm starting to recognize something. Is it opposition or is it opportunity? How do I know what I'm seeing? Well, is this something I want to be, do, or have? Is being, doing, or having this going to take me closer to my goal? Is being, doing, or having this in harmony with God's laws or the laws of the universe? Is being, doing, or having this going to violate the rights of others? What is the enemy that shows up here? What is the enemy that shows up here? Comfort. Comfort is the enemy. In this moment, we're going to be drawn, we're going to be pulled towards something. That thing that we're being pulled toward, and we may not even see it with our eyes, we may see it with like a feeling inside of ourselves. And I was asking myself, what is it that we're being pulled to, that we're being drawn to in this moment? It's comfort. Chaos does not feel good in this situation at all. So I think we have to be quite aware of what we're starting to experience once that door opens. Quite aware. Would you look for calm? Would you look for chaos? Would you look for peace and agreement? Or would you look for another door? If I'm trying to get to an end result, if I'm seriously trying to manifest something new in my life based on the idea that I am always looking for a way to try to move forward, comfort is the last thing that I need to be seeking. But it is the one thing that my body is going to want to try to be pulled toward. I may feel tired. I may feel upset. I may be highly emotional. I mean, seriously, right? When the emotional side of us starts to get stirred, what do we seek? We want comfort of some degree. We're seeking the comfort. Just give me 5 more minutes. Give me a little bit more time to take a break. Extremely important that we understand that. When we talked about the core wound, and we talked about the master skills of life, we said there was a science achievement and an art of fulfillment. The art of fulfillment is the deep emotional place where we feel like we've actually contributed to something. If we don't understand that the way that we feel fulfilled has so much to do with how another person has benefited from what we do, we don't actually see the benefit in what we desire. There's a great benefit in the things that we actually desire in life, but I don't think we ever really sit down and ask ourselves, why do I desire the thing that I desire? Why do I desire that? What is it inside of me that's desiring to be, do, or have something that is so very different? I mean, because it doesn't give us, in the moment anyway, it doesn't give us peace. It gives us chaos. It stirs things up in our life once again. If I set a goal to earn a certain amount of money, make a certain amount of sales, the closer I get to actually doing that, the more peaceful I feel. The pressure is off at this point. So I continue to move forward. I continue to try to calm the chaos that I'm experiencing in my life. Because if I can calm the chaos, I can calm myself. Using understanding to shine a light into the unknown. What is the root of fear? What is the root of fear? If we look at the root in this situation, I love this. Chaos is suggesting that we don't have control, that we're out of control in this very moment. So the root of the fear in this moment, what we're experiencing is the lack of control, the loss of control. I have lost something. Horrible feeling for us to be thinking in the moment. Yet the door has been opened for the opportunity to show itself. The door has been opened to create the leader, to bring my ability to start to become a leader to the surface. I wasn't born a leader. I was born with the potential to be a leader. But the potential has to be worked. It has to be disciplined. It has to be focused. It has to be directed. It has to be corrected. Somebody has to be like, hey, pay attention. Focus on the direction that you're going. Notice the best that you gave yesterday. Can you give better today? You totally can. You totally can. Opportunity knocks at the door of chaos. Every one of us has an unmet need that is striving to be met. So let's see, how can we fulfill that need? This is so fantastic. Great leadership is determined during a chaotic time. We have to understand that we don't want peace from the aspect of it being peaceful all the time. We want peace in our mind. We want peace in our heart. But we need to have the chaos for the growth. That's what we want. The chaos consistently gives us the growth. It keeps us on the edge. We need that edge in our life. I need it, you need it, we all need it. Always being, like Francis Mullman said, always being on the edge of uncertainty. That gives us the edge of growth, the edge of intellectual stimulation, of soul stimulation, thinking, intellectual, reasoning stimulation. The chaos of the time creates the conqueror. You are the conqueror. I am the conqueror. We're all here to conquer something, to be better in the moment, to be better in the situation. We don't need peace because we are peace. Really think here. So much chaos in the world. It gives us the perfect opportunity to be at peace, to be at growth. What you're building in your life needs your leadership. It needs you to step into your leadership. Not everybody that's around you is going to understand that. Because not everybody around you necessarily wants to be a leader. Some people very much want to be told what to do. They want to be given a directive, and then so that they can be their genius in the thing that they're doing. And that's not right or wrong, good or bad. It just is. But they need somebody else to be a leader. They need you to be the leader. And you need them to be the person that follows through on the task, that follows through on the design, that follows through on the purpose. Great leadership creates a sense of peace. If I take a company that's in chaos, because that company is growing, it's always on that edge of uncertainty. It's creating, it's innovating, it's servicing. If I have that, if I'm creating that in my life, there's a big difference between the people that work with you in the company to be able to do this and how they feel about what they're doing, because you're providing the peace that resides within them because of your leadership. Your leadership gives other people peace because it allows them to feel in control. It allows them to know that somebody is in control of this thing. Because you're in control. You're directing it. You're driving it. You're the compass heading that says, this way we will go. This goal we will hit. This destination we will arrive at. That is so beautiful in the mind of the person that is working their tail off in order to get to the desired result, that it gives them that wonderful sense of peace in their heart. Each one of you has the ability to do that. Each one of you has the foundation of that character, because you wouldn't have the desire if you didn't. You wouldn't have the desire, you wouldn't have the vision, you wouldn't have the goal, you wouldn't have the courage, you wouldn't have any of those things that are required in order for you to step up within the leadership of yourself to provide that leadership for other people, to knock down that chaos, to open those doors to create whatever it is, wherever it is that you're going. Opportunity knocks on the door of chaos. As the leader, open that up and step in, and you will be amazed at the things that you create in your life and that in the lives of other people.
Thanks for listening to the Successful Mind podcast. And if you like what you heard and you want to know more, go to davidnagel.com/free stuff.